All right, we're good. Yes. Okay.
All right, sweet.
So how do we start this out?
I don't know.
I would like to thank what was her name, like Clive Head or something for
Chive Head.
Chive Head. Yes, for getting this thing started. I don't know. We didn't really come up with a purpose. I read this. I was thinking of like sending, like having articles we talk about, but I don't think we even like read the same.
No,
Things in the jacket.
I have one article. You'll appreciate this. It was
Okay.
hang on, I gotta pull it up on my phone.
To fill the dead air, we're at the house of the dead FDR son.
Is there only one FDR son?
The important one,
Okay,
the New
so
York one.
like the other day, I found a article from just like some weird Illinois news, like local news. How there was, despite the rising case numbers of the coronavirus, there was hundreds gathering for the annual White Trash Bash, and there was one specific part about this that I love. Basically, the article goes on to describe how just so many people showed up to this thing and like there was absolutely nothing to do. Here's the quote. Around 200 boats filled with people showed up for the 10th annual White Trash Bash. While law enforcement officers were concerned about the spread of COVID-19, they say there was not much they can do. Because
Wait, so this is annual, but is it every year? It's just like they just go there and just don't have anything to do?
I guess. Like, no, it was just they wanted, like, people shouldn't go out and party.
Yeah, but like what? That's like a common thing. It's stupid. Everyone does it. But like what? There was no point in this. It was literally just like just non-political, just going out there, just rubbing,
just going out there to bash.
I guess that's like Indians have like their big dinners, black people have cookouts, white people just have a big bash where there's no food.
I just find it
no set activities.
It's so funny that they there was absolutely nothing they could do because they were busy suppressing just riots and protests all over the country. But the White Trash Bash, that's perfect.
There's nothing we can do. You can't. That's heritage. Right there.
The police are all busy.
But to be fair, like what could you do other than like tear gas them?
That's kind of what I want them to do.
They're not gonna do that.
Yeah, but
that's funny.
How many minorities do you think showed up to that?
To the White Trash Bash?
White Trash Bash in Illinois.
I'd probably say 5. Like I don't know. Like I imagine. I want to say less than a Trump rally, because I feel like.
I don't know. I feel like more. I feel like Trump rallies have been going down. Maybe
but I feel like now Trump's desperate for minorities, and like you could make some serious cash. Just being just like a black woman for Trump. You could make some money.
They just pay black people to show up to conservative events.
Apparently there are like 2 black women that are famous for like introducing Trump.
Candace Owens?
No, not her. Although I didn't know anything about her, so I looked up YouTube videos of her, and she was arguing like Jeff Bezos is a socialist. It's funny. Like she just doesn't know what it is. Do you think like the people on the right arguing these things know like what or do they think they're just regurgitating things that sound right?
I think they're just regurgitating things that sound right. Like that Jordan Peterson thing.
I
feel like everything he said in
that.
It sounded like it was supposed to make sense. The way he said it, it sounded like what he was saying made sense.
Just like mandatory
enforced monogamy.
Enforced monogamy. That was so funny. I didn't understand what his point was. Like, we should just look down on cheating and polygamy, which we do already. I don't know anyone that's just like, man, I can't wait to go to college and be polygamous.
I think he just doesn't like that women are out there having sex, not with him.
Do you think it's
I looked into this because I was curious if because he went on that one bit about like how women are always cheating and stuff. So I was like, oh, did his wife cheat on him?
Yeah.
No, his wife has like cancer and stuff, and it's pretty sad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It wasn't as happy. Like,
can you imagine you're dying of cancer and your husband is out there just talking about like these goddamn gold digging whores? See, that's the real problem, honey. I'd love to visit you, but like there's another woman that just left an NBA star for a newer NBA star.
I really want to meet Jordan Peterson's wife. What do you think she is like?
That's a good question.
Do you think she's like as factual and logical as he is? Also, I never really listened to Jordan Peterson talk until I watched the Joe Rogan thing. It is so strange hearing him talk.
He's famous for talking about like men should be men and like masculinity is a dying breed.
He looks like a Doctor Who. Like
Oh, like a
Like
doctor.
like one of the people who played Doctor Who.
Like a Benedict Cumberbatch
Exactly,
type, but
yeah.
older.
I don't think he was a Doctor Who person, but yeah.
He doesn't have the voice for it. He sounds like Kermit the Frog. I don't know though. Like that was straight. Like I don't know. I feel like I don't quite understand like the dog whistling stuff. Is he dog whistling incels?
Jordan Peterson? I think
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson is just. I don't think he's dog whistling. I think he's just an incel who happened to get married.
But he has kids and everything.
Yeah, no, I think he just got lucky. Because he seems smart. He probably is very smart. He knows a lot of
some
big words.
professor or something.
Yeah, no, I was watching. I saved like some YouTube video for me to watch later of just him talking about. I don't even remember. It's somewhere on my phone, but
I don't know. I always hear like like say what you will about Ben Shapiro. He's he's a genius.
I don't know.
But
if
like
I'd say
I've never
genius.
seen anything of his where I've been like, oh, that's smart.
I mean,
Like it's always just like, oh, these fucking protesters hate America or something. Like I think there was like something where he was just like, there are two ways America can go. We can say that this is a racist, terrible nation. We must destroy it all, or we can move forward. And we can't just destroy America, so we can't just say it's racist or anything.
why can't we destroy America?
That's bad. But it's also like you have to be like 10 years old. You have to be, I don't know. Like it reminds me of like a high schooler who's really good at debate club.
Yeah. I was thinking the entire time watching it, I was just like, this is Kevin.
It is. Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin, our biggest fan.
I feel like if we told him about it, he would listen to this all and we'd get like an essay of like, this is where
He
you
would
were
go
wrong.
point by point and just be like, how dare you?
Okay, the incel problem is an actual problem. You see,
It's an epidemic. And
let's-
it's all women's fault.
it is. I don't know.
But I really liked how Joe Rogan just like stumped Jordan Peterson.
Isn't that something though? Like, I don't know. People say like Joe Rogan's an idiot. I think everyone's an idiot. He just
Yeah.
admits it. Like he's a literal Chad for just saying like, listen, I don't know anything about anything, which most of us do.
I think he like when he was talking about how there's just people better at like fucking and getting sex. I
Yeah.
think he was talking about himself versus Jordan Peterson. Like this was the ultimate like Chad versus Virgin.
But he's right. Like, I don't like he did like Jordan Peterson. He has a point in like, yeah, I guess it's good for culture not to promote cheating, but we don't, and that's not really a problem.
Well, it's a problem for the kids.
Why? Why is it a problem?
Well, if your parents are cheating,
Okay, what if your parents are in an unhappy marriage where she had to settle for some incel?
and that's where he just, like, that's where he just like goes like there's a part towards the end where he's like clearly just like trying to
you read
just
the
say
comments?
anything. What? No, I didn't.
I love them. They're all like in defense, like, oh, it like one of them was like, oh, it makes sense at like 12 minutes in. It's a 13-minute video. Because at the end, he just kind of gives up and he's just like, you know what, cheating's wrong. We shouldn't have people cheating. Which, is very uncontroversial.
Yeah, I know. I
But
feel
he's
like,
just like, I don't know how she didn't extrapolate that when I said enforced monogamy.
it was funny because in the beginning I was like, yeah, I guess I agree with you, but like the point is like it doesn't even matter.
It's like saying
It's
like
such a stupid thing to say.
It's like your point is like kids should eat veggies, but like you have like dumb rationale and like the phrase for it is just like shoving my greens down a kid's throat. Like, well, what do you mean by that? Oh, they should eat their veggies. It's good for them. Should it be enforced like with the cops? No, we should just encourage it. Well, we do that. Why are you saying like shove it down their throats?
I don't know. I don't know. Jordan Peterson's like, I love his vocabulary though. He said something about like I'm already in favor of like structural hierarchies or something, and then I was like, what does that even mean?
As opposed to those anarchist hierarchies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's probably why people say like he's smart because he has a big vocabulary.
I mean, yeah, that's really all it takes for people to think you're smart.
Or talk fast.
Yeah,
I watched the
actually-
Ben Shapiro video recently. He talks so fast. It's insane.
Well, because when you talk fast, you can say a lot more points, and the person can't remember all your points.
I'll stand by my point that Ben Shapiro isn't that smart, but he's so good at talking fast. I would not be able to talk even as half as fast.
It's weird because Jordan Peterson, he kind of talks like a politician for some reason, and I don't know why. Like just the way, like his cadence and like the way he's speaking about like problems and stuff. It's like I don't know. Even though like I don't
Yeah.
know why he is
I don't know if I'd say it's weird. It's unhuman.
unhuman. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he's human. And
Why is it that like all our political thinkers just aren't human?
Because they're lizards. My favorite part of that clip was when Jordan Peterson was trying to describe how women choose like their mates, and it was so funny because he doesn't even know how, like, he's not a human. Like, how is he? He doesn't know how humans think, let alone women.
Yeah. Like women are just like in their women meetings where they're sewing and talking about guys with big dicks over 6 foot. They're just like, well, this one is stronger than that one, so let's all go for that one.
It should be, we got to redistribute the sex.
And his point is just like, we should be, in a way, like grooming these young women into being okay with settling for 5'1" incels. I like the word grooming because it makes like things where like did you hear about like this Twitch is recruiting, or the military is using Twitch to recruit people?
No, I didn't.
Well, they're using Twitch to recruit people. They're just like showing like the Navy's best esports teams.
Why does
like,
the Navy
like,
have an esports team?
To recruit, because no one wants to join the army anymore because I don't know if like people are more anti-war, like because they're like, people are always like, oh, this generation, they get it. We've been saying that since like
I think
Vietnam.
they're all just like
I think their brain is mush.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess one of the good things about mushy brain generation is that they're not joining the military, but they're just like, Ninja, PewDiePie, those epic gamers. You could be just like that if you just joined the military. And there's like some like the top 5 in like Overwatch and CS:GO compete in tournaments against actual pro teams. I don't know anything about it, but they probably get rocked.
It's funny that, like, I don't know, they're trying to recruit gamers because, what's more, like, drone strikes are basically just video games. Bombing like a school, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. AOC was trying to like put a stop to this. It was like, you can't just indoctrinate kids on Twitch to join the military.
I mean, that's what we do with like,
yeah, we put them in schools
and stuff.
We put them in schools, which is insane. But then like it was a Democrat that came out, some veteran, and she was just like, AOC coming out against this is reinforcing the stereotype that soldiers are just a bunch of influential meatheads who will believe anything they're told by the government.
I don't even think they believe what they're told. I think they don't even put that much thought into it.
I don't know. I think it's interesting that she makes the leap like, oh, they shouldn't be doing it on Twitch. They're impressionable. And it was just like, oh, you think we're all idiots and stupid?
Yes. Yeah. I just want someone to say that. Because if someone said that, nobody's going to be like, how dare they? They're going to be like, you know what? She's right.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, when people join the military because they're, I don't know, I guess, I feel like there's a bunch of reasons, but I feel like a main one is just like, well, I have to go to college.
That's not even like the main reason. The main reason is, what else am I going to do? My cousin, he's like training to be a Marine right now. And like the reason he's a Marine is because he literally just couldn't do anything else.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, he dropped out of college. He's just like, well, I guess I gotta go.
We don't even need a draft anymore. We
No.
just have such a shitty economy.
It's like not educating people encourages them to join the military.
And then I can respect. What I can't respect is those like fucking losers just like, I'm gonna protect our freedom. Yeah. And then you just go to like Afghanistan and protect some like Saudi prince pedophile all day. Read an article this morning. So the Trump administration is rolling back restrictions about Cuba, where we can export and import more medicine with them, and that Americans will be able to send their family home in Cuba more money, which the Trump administration capped during coronavirus, where everyone was like, that's insane. They kind of need the money, considering what's going on. And then now Trump is trying to roll it back, but he is facing some opposition from the Democrats because there is one close congressional race in Florida with a large Cuban population. So now it just won't.
That's insane.
Because of one close race. What's insane is that, like, even if they win it, they're not going to fucking do anything with it. It's not like we're getting, like, a Green New Deal or, like, we're going to Iran and like creating this great peace and ending these things. Like there's no, like the Afghanistan thing. where they're just like, no, we need to keep troops there to resist Trump or whatever the fuck it is.
Is that why? Like that's what they're pushing for? They want to keep troops in like the Middle East just to like say fuck you.
The
Trump?
Democrats' reasoning and Liz Cheney's reasoning is that it's too hasty. We can't just pull out of Afghanistan too quick. We've only been there 18 years.
I feel like if we leave, it's fine. Like, you know what? It's shit's gonna happen, but at this point,
It's not fine, but it's better than us being there.
Yeah, it's better than us killing the brown children.
I agree. Trump was asked, because Trump was like running on like, we just kept fucking up the Middle East, and someone asked him like, will you pull out troops out of Iraq? He said no, and when asked why, he was like, I want to look at Iran.
But
just like look and see what they're doing from Iraq. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Like he literally thinks there's just like U.S. soldiers with binoculars, like looking over at Iran.
We have
like
satellites.
He thinks they're gonna catch, like they're fucking like top scientist kids, like building like a nuke, like from Wile E. Coyote. It's like Iran's getting a bunch of strange packages from the Acme company.
I was reading like just a list, like because I was on r/conservative now because they got rid of the Donald.
Why do you go on this?
To understand just them. They're such a strange bunch because some people like they have legitimate points, and I like to see those amidst all the nonsense. Like I just don't like women. Like it's such a stark contrast, and it's so weird for people to be like, yes, we're on the same side, like based, love you. But anyways, I was going through like a list of like things Donald Trump has actually done while in office. And a lot of them, like all of his achievements, quote unquote, is just like him signing bills into law, which I don't think should count.
Like what, like stuff Congress passed and all that?
Yeah, it's just him signing it into law. Like he's just putting his, like saying sure. Like, does that count?
I don't know. I guess that counts. Because like if I want to say if Obama was there, he wouldn't sign them. He'd probably sign half of them as long as it was called like the compromise bill.
But there was like one thing he got credit for, which was like securing funding. Like he signed a bill that secured funding for like historically black colleges, and I was like, did he really do anything other than write his name?
I'll take it. Like who gives a shit? Like any of them actually care. Like if he vetoed that bill, they'd just be like, great, that was also good.
You're right.
I feel like most of the conservative points I agree with is just like dunking on liberals. Like there's a bunch of memes from the conservative sites about how Joe Biden ended Me Too. And that's just correct.
Yeah, I know. I love that. Isn't it funny how like we started to care about like, women, and then just like within like a year or two we're just like, never mind. Like poor Bill Cosby.
We've done
he's
this
like
before,
the only
though.
Bill Cosby and Kevin Spacey are the only like casualties of this.
Louis C.K. But he could have gotten out of it.
He came back, but he went in he tried.
Imagine fucking that up that bad. Just being like, yeah, I'll go away. And like 2 months later, you're just like, man, fuck those Newtown kids, am I right?
I think Kevin Spacey is still a tragedy.
I don't know. Like, what would he be in? Like, he was in Baby
Driver. No,
okay, he was in Baby Driver, but like, it could have been anyone. Like, my favorite scene with him is when he says, the ball's on that kid, but that's only because of what I know now. Baby Driver got Me Too.
Yeah, no, that's really sad, too.
I don't know. He's just kind of a blank face.
Yeah, I know, but like, they were going to make a second one.
You can still do it. Like, I didn't have any attachment
No, I guess
to them. I liked Jamie Foxx, John Hamm.
Yeah, they should just do another Baby Driver.
And the blind guy.
Completely different.
They should do it with the old blind guy in the apartment.
He's
But
the
there's
driver.
no music. No, he was deaf. Yeah. A blind deaf guy.
It's like Helen Keller driving a car.
Do you hear that stuff like Helen Keller was a socialist? Like how?
Like, I don't even... Because she was just like, hey, maybe we should take care of our disabled population.
How do we know though? Like, how do we know just like the person, like some guy, like me or you, just didn't get hired to like sign, and she's just like water, and then we get a water, and she was like, what was she talking about? Water and how it's terrible what's going on in the Middle East. Israel is enforcing too much in the Gaza Strip.
She was actually just really hungry and trying to get someone to feed her.
Yeah. wow, she cares about the hungry. No, is that the reporters are just like they really bought like the propaganda that America, this great nation, was able to like rehabilitate her so, and like she's hungry. Oh, people are hungry. She doesn't understand the concept of being arrested. Oh, she's against police force too. Oh,
She's
brave.
against police brutality. How brave.
Because you probably had to explain things to her in like simple terms. And if you explain things in simple terms, you're probably gonna have those views.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids are in cages, good or bad? Bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
People being put in unmarked vans by random people by the government, good or bad? Bad.
maybe she was just, yeah, good.
Fun vans? No.
Fun fans.
I don't know. Maybe she liked putting like her head out the car or something.
Like a dog.
Yeah. I don't know. Like she was probably into like sensory stuff. You don't have eyesight or hearing.
I
You
always
disagree?
get confused. Like for some reason, whenever I think of Helen Keller, I also think of Anne Frank.
A lot of people do.
And I don't
wonder
know
why that
why.
is. Maybe we're taught about them back to back.
Yeah.
They were like the
That's
two
two
women
most-
we learned about in elementary
In
school.
like 4th grade, yeah.
Yeah. I remember in 4th grade we learned about New York state history, which was weird.
And then about New Jersey history.
That's wait, what is New Jersey history?
We didn't really learn anything like other than, you know, we actually have a lot of farms here, and you know, New Jersey is actually like really great once you go south. Like once you go south, it's like a, you know, farmland and like rich, diverse. Apparently, we're known for tomatoes or something.
That's pretty
Anyway,
cool. I
that's like
guess.
all I remember about learning about New Jersey.
Interesting.
We had a lot of Indians.
And that was a big thing for New York.
Yeah, I
We
know.
learned all. I remember
We used to
learning
have a lot of Indians.
that. I'm putting this together now, but we learned about Native Americans for like, I want to say like half the year in history, and I remember just not caring because we didn't go into any depth. It was just geography and how geography changed of it. Like, oh, sometimes this tribe would have more land from this tribe. It wouldn't even be in like, oh, it was warfare. It was like, no, they got some land. And then like once like I don't know, fucking Henry Hudson or whoever discovered New York came, we just stopped learning about them.
Well, yeah, because that it was then where we just started killing them.
Yeah.
I remember in 4th grade we had to do a project on just like some like Native American like culture in New Jersey or something, and whatever one I had, like we had to make like a cutout of the Native American. And I remember I traced my body onto a big piece of paper, and then I basically just colored in and like that piece of paper and gave it like the Native American a loincloth. And I remember like I'm just thinking about
Was
this
it
now.
an actual Native American loincloth or like a Tarzan?
It looked like a diaper.
Okay.
You know my artistic abilities, Eric. Do you think this
Were you going for an actual?
I don't remember what I was going for,
That's
but I
funny.
remember he was like completely naked.
That's funny.
I remember I was very proud of it until I saw everyone else's. They were wearing clothes.
What a bunch of sheep.
I just think it's funny that in 4th grade I assumed they were Tarzan. Because that's what I was taught.
I mean, like honestly, like for 4th graders, that'd be cool. And then we just had like a bunch of Tarzans going around living with, like that'd be the
that would-
coolest thing.
Yeah.
That's probably the thing. Like the stories of like Europeans just like going into Native American tribes, just like this is so much better.
I mean, that's what if I came across like Native Americans, I'm sure I'd be like, they get it.
Yeah.
It's a shame we killed them all.
No, we gave them some land.
Yeah, but we keep taking that land away.
Well, we need it for oil.
Well, we should have given them more useless land. Just like we should have relocated them all to a desert.
I've heard this one before. You know, like maybe if we feel bad, we could just, I don't know, take some land in the Middle East, plot it down for him. You know, give him a Native American state. There's some technical definition from like, I don't know what's it called, ethno-state or something like that. I don't know. There's no way it could go wrong, like, you know, colonizing a land and creating an ethno-state.
I mean, it's worked out well thus far for Israel.
For
and
Israel.
therefore the U.S. Palestine, not so much, but they're browner. More brown?
I don't know. I don't think that's what they'd be hung up on. Israel has done nothing wrong and has worked out great for everyone. Do you prefer browner or more brown?
Brownest.
Do you think there's like recording somewhere of like Bernie finding out about like people caring about cultural appropriation?
100%.
Where there's like ICE agents like going in and knocking on people's homes, and there's like all like secret police going around, like random people being jailed for crimes they didn't commit, and then like he walks outside like some like just some like person fresh out of college shakes his hand like, man, these white people wearing cornrows, we gotta stop this person.
I think that's a true a problem America's facing. On the conservative subreddit, there was a post where they accused Bernie Sanders of firing like pro-union employees of his, and I was just like, that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I think that's just a lie.
Yeah.
They also, do you know what the Babylon Bee is?
The Babylon Bee.
It is the conservative version of the Onion, and it's great. So on the conservative subreddit, they put like Babylon Bee articles with like their actual Breitbart articles and stuff, which I find really interesting. I don't think that should be allowed, but whatever. They're just mixing fake news and
No, I love that.
regular fake news.
What is it? Is it like the Onion, where it would be?
It's kind of funny. Like there's every now and then, like you'll read one, and be like, "Oh, that is kind of funny," but also every now and then you'll be like, "They just called AOC a monkey," which you would appreciate. But I think it's low hanging fruit.
Did I talk about my theory that like things went wrong because we weren't allowed to call Obama a monkey?
No, but I believe that. 100%.
Okay, so
we did it anyways.
Starting from people did, but it was wrong. Starting from George Washington up until George W. Bush, we called every president a monkey.
Yeah,
because they're funny. Monkeys are funny.
It's an easy insult to give.
It's the easiest thing. Like idiot humans. They throw their feces.
Bill Clinton, he's just a stupid monkey.
Yeah. But we can't because of like all the racial history and like we lost the privilege to do that because of our ancestors. We're very bad to black people, and it's a stereotype because of it. Yeah. So rightfully so, we couldn't. But I guess he wasn't. But I guess we just lost it. Yeah. Like we're just like, if we can't do that, that's what our democracy.
Well, we immediately have gone back to it. Once he was out of office, we call Trump an orangutan, which I don't think is a monkey. I think it's an ape.
It is an ape, but it doesn't matter. Like, they're accepted in the monkey meme community. What if that was like a conservative talking point? Like,
we should have been able to call Obama a monkey.
No, not that. Like, we can't elect him because we need to call every president a monkey.
I would agree with that more than like many other reasons for anything.
I'm down for that. Do you think Joe Biden's gonna win?
I think if he loses, it's gonna be really funny. Like this would be even more embarrassing than Hillary losing. Like it would.
I don't think so, because Hillary has a functioning mind. Like Hillary has been like planning this for her whole life. Joe Biden just stumbled into this.
Yes, but Donald Trump is. I don't know. I don't think he's doing too well right now with the whole coronavirus.
I think it's just mishandled. I could see Trump, I don't know, pivoting and being like, yeah, but it would have been worse with Dementia Joe or something. But I think the thing is, like, it's hard to like attack him because he's never out there.
Yeah, no, I love Joe Biden's strategy of just doing nothing.
He still hasn't appointed a VP.
It's going to be a woman. I'm hoping it's Kamala Harris.
Why?
Because, I don't know, why not? Does it really matter at this point?
No.
Like, ideally, like, his VP would just be Bernie Sanders, and then, like, he just dies immediately once he's in office.
Bernie Sanders in a wig.
Yeah, just
I love that.
Drag.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I don't know. Just...
I don't know. I'm excited for the debates.
Yeah. They better give it to us. Like they can do like an NBA bubble and all that stuff where people aren't getting it. They have to put them in a bubble.
Just put them on the separate.
Joe Biden probably hasn't left his house in, I want to say, years at this point.
I don't remember the last time I saw Joe Biden.
You know that list of like conservatives, like they executed like all the Friends people or whatever, except for Jennifer Aniston because I don't know, were they like deep state or pedophiles or
I don't know.
all of that
They
stuff?
thought Jennifer Aniston was hot. I know that's why.
Apparently, she's in a lot of alt-right memes with Taylor Swift.
Well, it's because she's blonde, isn't she?
She's blondish.
Yeah, blondish.
Yeah.
She just makes the Aryan cutoff, I think.
Do you think if Courtney Cox knew about this, she'd be offended?
Yes.
Because it's like, well, which one's hotter? And then
I think
Phoebe
Courtney
should
Cox
be
is
offended. She's the blondest.
Yeah, but Phoebe. I don't. Who likes Phoebe?
Yeah, she sleeps around. She's against
she's a whore.
enforced monogamy. Well, they all did. That was the whole point of the show. You know, the real point of Friends is how enforced monogamy creates a bad dynamic within a society.
You're right.
I got an email from some principal asking me to apply to be some like assistant teacher an hour away. Because he also lives in Pooghquag. He saw me that I lived here.
Ah,
So
that's nice. My aunt knows someone who's gonna get me some. My mom described it as some psychology job.
that's exciting.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what that entails, what it means. I assume it has something to do with the school. I don't know, but
Do you think it's like? Do you think it's like
job
some,
nonetheless.
Do you think it's like psychic stuff?
That would be so fun. I would totally be down. I'd lean into it.
You're gonna like Starship Troopers.
I can't wait to watch it.
That's
I
so-
listened to the a bit of like was it Chapo
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they were talking about it. I was like, oh, this sounds great. Like, cause I knew nothing about it other than it was a bunch of people fighting bugs or something.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that doesn't seem up my alley. But after hearing that it's like supposedly it's super artsy and great and a metaphor for like just now, I'm
The thing
excited
is,
to
like,
watch
it's just like the most bland movie you'll ever see, but it's so great because of that.
Well, from what I heard, it was intentionally bland. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Apparently, like they interview people after, like the director that did all those type of movies afterwards, and like, what, like was this all intentional? And they're just like, what do you mean? He was just like doing a bunch of blow and hanging with girls the entire time. Like he was just fucking around like a normal director. Like there was nothing that like led them to believe that this was kind of ironic.
That's so funny.
All the people he got were like from like 90210 or Baywatch or something.
Yeah,
like, to be the
he
main
just had
character.
beautiful people. Oh, you watched it, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Like parts of it were like boring. And I was like, oh yeah, that it's supposed to be like this. Which is an odd feeling.
I don't like how it's like it's intimidating. How the blank space.
We could just like scream.
Scream.
Yeah.
Are you gonna edit this?
No. No.
That's
Who's
purely
gonna
for-
listen to this?
I
Lynn's
don't-
gonna put it on for 30 seconds and be like, well, I know what they're gonna talk about.
This could be like I heard this conversation before.
Yeah. We probably had all of these conversations before. Just like instead of Cuba, just put in a different country.
Like I feel like every episode, quote unquote, of our podcast is just gonna devolve into us like shitting on Joe Biden, even when he's out of the news cycle.
I feel bad for him. I think it. Do you think like this qualifies as elder abuse?
Yes, I think the entirety of politics counts as elder abuse.
But like specifically, like they're just marching him around.
I mean, that's what they did with Reagan. That's basically what they did with W.
Do you think this?
But he
No,
wasn't.
but
he wasn't
W
older.
was as sound of mind as he'll ever get.
Yeah.
That was more child abuse than elder abuse. Do you think this sets like a precedent? Like, do you think they could just get like Reagan's dead corpse, dig him up,
Yes.
just bring him around?
They're not even gonna take him out of the box.
Why not?
Well, because they don't have to.
Oh my god. Yeah, if they literally just put up Reagan, he'd probably get. I don't even know. Like at least
He'd
more than
split the
10,
vote.
more than
He'd split the
20.
conservative vote.
Not this, like say next term. But how do you like? Do you think like this is it for the Republican? Like, do you think they have to put up a new party after this? Because like, how do you put up a presidential candidate after this? Like they'd be so boring. They wouldn't motivate anyone.
You're right. I don't know. I would like that. That would be nice because like people are getting fed up with the Democrats too. So maybe.
Oh no, it'd be much worse. The party that props up. It would be like a nationalist
I
party.
think that's exactly what's going to happen. Like it's going to be nationalists, and then the Democrats are now going to be just
Yeah.
the Republicans. I think at that point I'm just leaving.
I don't know. I think that could be bad, but then I could see like an actual leftist party coming up.
I think you're insane.
Yeah. Well, I think it'd be cool for the 2 months before they all get shot.
Before they all get arrested by the secret police.
No, the CIA has ways. You know.
They're just going to encourage everyone to kill themselves. You know, as they do.
Who killed themselves? It was a famous.
They kept trying to get Martin Luther King Jr. to kill himself. Do you know about like a COINTELPRO? Oh my
No.
God, you got to go read about it. It's so great. It's basically just like every conspiracy theory. Like this is why we have conspiracy theories, because this one section of the like FBI was just doing all this bullshit. Like they just killed whoever they wanted, basically.
Can you imagine Bernie's secret police? What do you think they would do?
I don't know. Like, who would they arrest?
Billionaires.
You know, I'm okay with that.
But we wouldn't even have billionaires.
I'm okay
in
with
Bernie's ideal society. What would you use the secret police for?
I don't know. I don't want the secret police.
Oh, I want.
Well,
If
what
I
are you
had
going to use them for?
What do you want to? Freedom. Safety.
Don't worry about it. It's a secret.
You're safe.
Oh.
For now.
You
You
know.
might need more police. How do you get like recruited to the secret police? Is it
Well,
just-
apparently you just have to be a border like agent. You just have to be ICE. Like it's insane how we just took people who were patrolling the border and we're just like, okay, now just go arrest these liberal protesters. And nobody's, for some reason, not enough people seem to have a problem with this.
I think they should only arrest the people with like the NPR tote bags that are like, come on guys, can
I'm
we
okay with
just
that.
follow the orders?
I'm just okay with that. Get rid of them.
What's the point in like just a protest where like you just follow all the orders and you just stand there?
Well, then you get to feel like you did something without actually achieving something.
I'm surprised more people aren't like burning down like Amazons and stuff like that.
Well,
There was only like one.
yeah. I don't know. See, this is why I just fully support rioters, because
Yeah.
that's the only thing that matters. Like, you know, who is it that said like rioting is like the voice of the like unheard,
I don't know.
something like that. But yeah, that's
But
why
yeah.
I'm all in favor of rioting. I think we should all be rioting more.
I agree.
I think if you are against riots, I think you're un-American.
What about Target though? Think of Target.
I don't care. I'm going to Target later. I don't care. I'll probably like I don't know, steal a candy bar or something just to say fuck them.
Mr. Topley.
Eric, have you ever been to Ocean State Job Lot?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, just go. It's like Walmart but poor. I don't know if everyone is like this, but there's one nearby. Just go to it. Like you'll go inside. It's like they have everything, but at the same time, it's nothing you've ever seen or wanted.
Like what?
Well,
is
they
it
have
food and stuff?
food and stuff. Like there's
Okay.
like very cheap clothes. Therese got some stupid like dinosaur backpack that cost like it's like she looked it up. It cost like $100. She got it for like $20 for some reason. Like the place just doesn't make sense. It's dirty in there. It feels like two stores put together because the floor changes halfway through it. There's just a section of the store blocked off by aisles. Like there's just a big square that they just don't use. It's just empty, so they just block it off. There's a whole aisle dedicated to olive oil.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, the olive oil thing is that throws me off.
Yeah, and you go there.
Is
and
it like expensive, like nice
no?
olive?
No, this is a very.
Why just olive oil?
I
then?
don't know. You could buy bulk mayonnaise, $5 for like it's at least 2 like pints.
I support bulk for a lot of things. Mayonnaise
2
is
liters.
not one of them. 2 liters.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
I don't
it might
think
be
you
like
should
a
be
gallon
measuring-
of mayonnaise. It's $5, and I was like, I kind of want this.
I don't think you
I don't
should
even know what I'm
be
gonna
able to
do with
measure
it.
mayonnaise in like
I think you could use mayonnaise as lube or moisturizer.
Why don't you try it out?
I'll let you know how it goes. They also have a weird, like, there's black seed like energy drinks, and it's like written in like Arabic. I don't know what black seed is, but I don't know. It's a strange place. Highly recommend it.
That scares me.
Go.
What should we fill the silence with?
I think every time we have a pause, I think we should have a break, and it should be some music, but something nobody wants to listen to really, like folk, but like bad folk. Something
Is
like
folk still popular? Are
It's-
people still making folk?
I'm sure people are still making folk. Folk.
Folk are making folk. I hate when Res Life use the word folks a lot
Why?
because it's gender neutral.
I hate that.
Yeah,
I feel like guys is gender neutral.
most people agree with that.
Yeah, I know. Like it's insane.
That's the problem, though. Imagine, like, unironically being like, you know, the problem with education? Teachers are saying, "Hey, guys."
Think of what that does to the poor girls in class, Eric.
You know, poor kids don't get as much recess and arts as rich kids.
Why don't they get recess? I feel like they would have more recess.
No, because they need to spend more time in English and math classrooms because they're scoring poorly on standardized tests.
But like, that's dumb.
What do you mean?
Well, I think maybe they would do better if they had more recess, an equivalent amount of recess, and arts.
But they don't deserve it. They're not as good at math and English.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's like Joe Biden said. I agree. I think that poor kids are just as smart as, or I think black kids are just as smart as rich kids or something.
The principal that emailed me is at a pretty poor school.
Ah, that's fun.
I think it'd be all right. I'm trying to find the book I'm reading now is about like it's basically about like radical teachers just saying like, man, what the fuck is going on with education where teachers are forced to be like, no, you can't wear your hat in here. And like principals just like we're used to it. Like principals are just like peeking classrooms like, is that kid wearing a hat?
What? Why
Disrespecting our flag? Does that kid have a phone out while he's reading?
Eric, when you're a teacher, can you put your flag on the floor?
No. I was gonna put like the gay or trans, like just put a bunch
I
of
like
flags
that.
like right next to like gay,
You
transgender,
should
Black
just
Lives
like
Matter.
fill like so
Yeah.
many flags. Like they're all in the corner, all
Yeah.
overlapping. Confederate flag on top though. No.
Curveball. The Confederate flag with trans colors. That probably exists somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know. What would be the? You also have to have a Israel flag. I feel like that's a must.
I'm not putting up.
Why? That's an equivalent to an American flag.
We are both doing apartheid. Very cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. The Israel thing. I think the trans stuff would be cool.
I do like that idea. What are they gonna tell you to do? Put it down? That's transphobic.
Oh my god. When I went to when I did my first student teaching placement, there was like a newly gender neutral bathroom in the high school. And like the person showing me around was like, we have that now because we have to.
Yeah, you told me.
And then like there was a female to male transgender student, and like so many people was like, yeah, like they say they're a guy now. I guess we're just gonna have to say that now.
I guess. You know what? It's better than nothing.
It is.
I guess.
Yeah, it is better than them not accepting it. But it was just strange that like, I don't know, like our whole job is to be kind of accepting of students and take them as they are and try and be understanding.
Is that? I thought you were supposed to force them into like the normal way of thinking.
That's
Indoctrinate the youth.
the initial purpose, and what we're. Yeah, you're right. I guess in my idea.
Well, libtard.
I wish Lynn was my administrator. It'd be so easy.
I hope Lynn like climbs the rank and gets to like her mom's status as like a I don't know head of just a bunch of schools. Like I want Lynn in charge. I don't know how good like what will happen, but I want it.
Every PTA meeting, I would just go in, just be like, Lynn, why can't black students wear do-rags? What do you have against them?
And that's every like meeting.
Yeah, every
you
meeting.
Bring it up every time.
Eventually, like, she would probably like do the right thing and change all these things. So I'd eventually have to start making shit up. Lynn, is it true that you committed multiple hate crimes in the 80s?
Lynn, is it true you have a swastika tattooed like on your lower back? I feel powerful having a microphone in front of me.
Yeah.
My opinion matters more than most people's now. I spent the $60.
I think less, probably. If you tell anyone I have a podcast,
yeah,
it means less. It mean people are just like, oh, I don't give a shit what you think anymore.
But what if I told them I had a pirate radio?
Then you win. I don't know.
Can we record our podcast and then like illegally broadcast it on like AM radio? Yeah, I feel like that's easier. Let's get a ham radio. Is that how it works? Can we get like a trucker radio and just like force truckers to
I think we should get like the rec walkie-talkies and broadcast. Just like play it, put the walkie against a speaker. So often those like, I think it's over. They're like 5 minutes down the line. It's just like, you think Joe Biden has like, how saggy are Joe Biden's balls?
Do you think Joe Biden shaves like his he does something like grooming?
Oh, that's a good.
I bet he doesn't have to. He's just naturally like
does.
Slick.
You're right.
I think he like.
That's correct.
I think he used to have hair, but like I think he's done something that like caused it all to disappear.
Do you think they used to like fuck with Joe Biden back in the day?
Yes.
Like they would just like bully him?
Yes. And if they didn't, I'm disappointed.
Oh, come on, Jack.
Oh, come on, Corn Pop.
I think that's how Joe Biden could just win every debate, by just acting sad and confused.
What if Joe Biden cries on stage? Like Trump says something mean and Joe Biden just starts crying.
If
he runs off the stage crying, I think he'd win.
I think that's the only way to make me vote for him, is if you just make him cry. Like I would just be like, all right, fine. I hope you win New York by a lot now.
Like he just starts sobbing. He can't form coherent sentences.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of snot.
That would be kind of funny. But
it's just like it's like more snot than tears. Like he's dripping snot.
I would love like the aftermath of that, and, like just like so many like people going on the news, like liberals, just like, okay, I don't think it's fair to shame someone for showing emotion in public. And like asking him to resign is kind of ageist.
We need to be accepting here.
Yeah, this is a triumph for ableism.
You know what? I think I'm all for ableism. Like I think we should just get rid of old people. Remove them, all of them.
No, Bernie was pretty cool.
Well, yes. Like you can apply to be. You know, you got to go in front of one of the death panels and they decide whether or not you get to live.
I don't know much about this, but apparently one of the things about Obamacare was that they were arguing that there were death
Yeah,
panels.
I know. I love that.
What does that even mean?
It means like there was like a doctor would be like you would just go and see a doctor and they'd give you a checkup. That was the death panel.
I love that.
Like I'm pretty sure that was it.
The doctors that you have cancer. Oh, you're killing me?
Like it was something kind of reasonable, like in a way. Like I don't even know what it was about, but it wasn't a death panel.
I wish it was.
Yeah, sure. I'd support a death panel for old people.
Imagine like putting a bill into law when the only people that vote are like over 70, of just like killing old people. That'd be pretty funny.
I think we should just force old people to move to Florida. I think that would be a good decision.
Yeah.
Like you can't be under the age of 60 in Florida.
Oh, they might stop now that they realize it's really hot here.
That would suck. I mean, but people don't want to be here. They want the.
You know, I think we should be keeping more old people because the more old people go to Florida, the more red it gets. So we should be New York should retain as much old people as we can to keep it blue.
I mean, I guess.
You know, we used to have abortion panels
Abortion panels?
way back in the day. Before it was like widely illegal, if you wanted an abortion, you went into a panel of like 9 doctors and had to make a case, like a court type thing, of why you should be able to get an abortion. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
That's not that long ago.
No. I mean, I guess that's better than just outright banning it. I think.
Well, who do you think had the resources to go in front of these panels?
Only white people.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
as a triumph, not white men.
My favorite argument against abortion is that like more black people use it, therefore it's like it's the Democrats' way of controlling like black people, even though it just doesn't make any sense. Like
That's
I
a
think it
good
has
one.
more to do with like socioeconomic status rather than ethnicity. Like,
Kinda-
we're not like no one's encouraging black people to abort babies.
No. I mean, we did, but that was
I think that was us as a collective.
Like the 1920s or something.
Yeah. We also like forced sterilized Native Americans. We've done some pretty shitty things.
I didn't learn about it in high school, so it didn't happen.
Well, yeah. I think it's just made up.
I really think I'm right. And then, like, anything we learned in high school, like, we'll just go in crazy if we find out it's not true.
Yeah.
I just think we should be just hammering, like, throwing random shit at them, seeing what sticks. Like, why are the 1960s, like, not clear in anyone's head? We don't teach about it.
Yeah.
What's weird is that so many people went to college, but still, everyone's values are just in high school.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because we don't value like education. Like it's just for some reason we value high school culture, which is strange. Like you know, there's people
Culture?
who like people who peaked in high school. Like,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
You ever watch High School Musical? Why is it
Yeah,
a
yeah.
college musical? Huh?
I think that's more to do with, like, kids. Like, all kids are probably going to go to high school.
You're right.
Well, like, I imagine the fan base of High School Musical are, like, mostly white girls that went to college as well.
Yeah.
But high school is probably more close. And, I don't know. I guess I like the idea of High School Musical better because,
It's-
like, I
it's
could see,
more-
like, an Ivy League college
I don't
musical.
think anyone would watch college musical.
Was 3 in college? 3
No,
was...
3. They were all in high school.
Okay.
Otherwise,
think-
it wouldn't be High School Musical.
No, one of them was summer. 2.
Yes.
The best one.
It was like The Godfather, like of High School Musical.
Shrek 2, High School Musical 2, Godfather 2.
My favorite sequels.
Yeah.
Angry Birds too.
I did like it more than the first. I'll give it that. There were 3 scenes, I think, where I laughed. I think that's it was good.
I don't know if good is.
It wasn't good, but I liked that I laughed at 3 scenes.
I respect it. There wasn't enough pee jokes for my liking, but you know, I'll take what I can get.
It wasn't another emoji movie that they announced, but they announced another like bullshit
Bitmoji
like that.
movie.
No,
Oh.
no. It was like a sequel to like
TikTok the movie.
they have a TikTok TV show.
What?
It's like they're a bunch of like interns at a hospital.
What?
They're a bunch of TikTok stars star in a TV show where they're like interns at a hospital.
Why?
I don't know.
I kind of want to watch it.
I've seen clips of it.
Is it good?
Um,
Is it like a TV show? Or is it more like a TikTok?
It seems from the clips I've seen, it seems like a TV show. It's mainly like, oh, Jesse is dating so and so, but oh, he likes this patient.
Is it like Scrubs or more like Grey's Anatomy? Which one is it more like?
I don't know.
Or is it more like House?
I haven't. I kind of like a. It reminds me of like, you know, like commercials for like Disney shows that you didn't watch and what you imagine they're like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. But there's no like.
Oh, yeah, that's honestly what I pictured.
Yeah, but there's nothing interesting. Like dog with a blog. Like I imagine I would have hated it. But I imagine there were some bits of that which I imagine are amazing. Like you just
wait, was it a talking dog, or
um
did he only just have a blog? Because on the internet,
that's a good
nobody knows
question.
you're a
Yeah,
dog.
I don't really know. Maybe that's what sparked it. Like someone like showed that meme to an
I
executive.
think that's exactly what happened. Like, this is what the kids are into. These memes.
It's okay. I think it's about the family just living their lives, and throughout it, the themes are like the family leaves the house, and the themes of the episode or certain messages that they want to get across are relayed through the dog in his blog. And maybe like at some season finale, like
They find out the dog has a
not
blog.
like find out, but they find the blog and they're just like, "Wow, this family really parallels ours."
Well, this family's really fucked up.
Yeah, and then huge applause.
Roaring laughter.
That's what we fill the silence with.
Can we? Can we put in cheering? I want an audience.
I'll have to find like clips of just like Stalin or Hitler, just like people cheering for them.
I only want fascist applause. They do give the best applause.
Like you say something sad, just like audio of like Kim Jong Il's funeral.
Like, aww.
This is wild. This is cool though. It doesn't feel like that much time is passing.
No. I mean, it's just a conversation.
This would be a great career.
Yeah.
I'd love to interview. Like so many times, I watch like interviews on YouTube. I feel like Joe Rogan's pretty good at interviewing certain people. But, like
Jordan Peterson, apparently.
not well him, yeah, that was a good one. But like sometimes he's just like, well, you're an intellectual, you're a fucking genius, Jordan.
Elon Musk.
That was just.
I like. What do you think is like Elon Musk doing right now?
I don't know, probably yelling like, no, better, like an iPad. Like that's what he's just.
Isn't it weird how Elon Musk is just like famous?
We never got over how Steve Jobs was just some fucking tyrant CEO, just yelling at his employees, making them work 20 hours a day. Like, no, easy. I want to use it easy. Like a fucking
make
child.
it better.
Yeah. And like we're all like, oh, fucking genius, how'd you do it?
And it's funny because he got his start, like just his family's money from like just diamond mines and like apartheid South Africa.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
He also has like child mines for lithium.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and, like he's a
I
horrible.
mean, all the companies do.
Yeah. But it's weird how we revere him, or did revere him. I'm not sure where we stand on Elon Musk.
I'm sure people still revere.
We'll go back. Like he's a meme
But,
lord.
okay, the worst thing is how people are just like, I really love his idea of like car tunnels. Do you know this?
Car tunnels?
Okay, so like say in LA, you would
Yeah.
just go off to the side into like some like parking type spot, and then the floor brings your car down underneath the earth into some tunnel, and then it brings your car down to a separate spot in LA, and then brings it up again. So it just basically tunnels your car to get under traffic into a new spot. There's no lanes or anything.
I don't get it. So like it's like a subway, but for your car.
But for your car.
So it's like a ferry. I mean, I guess that's an okay idea.
You know what would be better? If you didn't need a car to do it, and if you could transport a lot of people at the same time.
like a train.
Like a subway.
No, I like his idea better because it sounds more expensive. It sounds more futuristic.
It's the dumbest fucking
Is
thing.
he gonna use magnets to make it go really, really fast?
I think it was something like that. I don't know.
I mean, I like that idea. Like we should have one of those by now. I don't think.
No, because like it's just a waste of resources.
Well, no, I think we should have one of those that goes like across the country. Like, imagine you could go. We just had
we
like.
just have fucking roads.
No, I'm not saying like with your stupid car.
Oh.
I'm saying like.
Oh,
we just,
like
one of
like
those,
a train
yeah,
or
like
rail
a bullet
system?
train.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, it's just so stupid to just be like.
It's just him trying to sell his stupid tunnel digging company.
That's so fucking stupid. Like, just. What if subways transported one person at a time? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what are you talking about? If this is the genius,
Is it like a roller coaster?
it goes fast, but it's just a tunnel. Like he just pitched people on a tunnel, and people are like, God, he gets it. He just like we don't deserve him.
He's a visionary. He single-handedly built a rocket ship that puts people into space.
No, he just has an obscene amount of money from breaking up unions and collecting all the shit, so he can just invest in this stuff. Jeff Bezos is doing the same thing. Jeff Bezos said, "I don't know what to do with my money. The only thing expensive enough is space travel."
Really?
So yeah,
That's so funny.
that's a fucking like he just said that. He was like, "I don't know. I'll just spend it on space travel."
What else? What else can I buy? I already have enough yachts.
God, they fucking suck.
But hey, that's a point capitalism. Look, they're innovating with their money. They're putting it towards space travel.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. I saw a headline today. I didn't read it, but it was like Musk says that Americans are lazy and not hardworking enough, but Chinese people, they know what they're doing. They're working hard,
They're literally like slaves, aren't they?
but they're hardworking.
Yeah, because like they'll die otherwise.
That's,
Like they're hardworking because they're slaves.
You don't get it. He's a
They're
genius.
children.
He's a revolutionary. Yeah, they're hardworking. That's why they're so hardworking. They started at a young age.
I think we should bring back child labor to the U.S. so we can compete with China. I think it's the only solution.
Isn't it insane that like we're just in this like it would take so long for just every country to have like a $1 minimum wage if we just left it up to the market.
Yeah.
It would take it would probably it wouldn't
It
even
would
do
all-
that.
that
It
would
wouldn't
only
even
happen
go up. It would
because
all go
of
down.
inflation.
Everyone would just go down.
They're being paid $1 now because like only because
Yeah.
it's the same amount of like when they're making a quarter.
I mean, we make the same like minimum wage of like $7 since like I don't know, like 1930 or something.
Yeah.
How do we end this?
All right, that's all, folks.
I think we should end on a high note. Like
Oh.
what is something good happening in the world?
Something good. It's a pretty nice day out.
Yeah, it's not too hot yet.
Yeah, I mean, the first day in I don't know, the whole summer where it's not dangerously hot. A
Yeah.
reasonable temperature. It's like 90 degrees.
Yeah, that's not a high note. Man, that fucking sucks.
This shouldn't be this hard.
I got a snap from Johnny. There we
Okay,
go.
there we go.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah,
Oh
boom.
my God, Johnny Cobb.
All right.
Oh, I got it too. Oh my God, that's amazing.
All right, let's get a reaction.
What does Johnny say? Is this like the new like people calling in?
Yeah.
Up. He says the struggle is real while he's at a beach.
Oh,
Oh
great
my
leg
God.
hair.
Oh my God, like Joe Biden's.
All right.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
Can't wait to see a new body. Don't be acting like you don't know nobody. Nobody count on your new body. I'll be the first one that you know about it. Oh, whoa.
New ass, new tears, new bed, true this. Who else you know? This bad with 2 kids. Nobody ever gave you shit. Nobody flew to Columbia like you did. Trying a new ass, out with the new drip. Only think 2 ass, who first, 2 head. Cause far as you concerned, you is a new bitch. I'm bumped with all them niggas is too rich. Old dick don't count, these titties don't bounce. Such niggas say they here tryna run up your account. They dump on the town, very summer they were down. But they better act like they know who the fuck you now. This a new bitch, got a party table at the Rue Chris. All bad bitches take a group pic. Had to step back cause she too thick. twerk to every song. Saved up to buy an ass in your very, very own. FaceTime body look like Dom Perignon. Don't pay me no attention, gon' carry on.
Can't wait to see nobody. Don't be acting like you don't know nobody. Nobody count on your nobody. I'll be the first one that you nobody.
Hey yo, you ain't fuck me, you fuck the old body. You ain't fuck Nikki, you fuck Nicole body. Ain't no miles on this here nobody. Grew up with their heads, these bitches is nobody. Got me a new body, now I need some new dick. No little word tryna stick me like a toothpick. Got me a new body, now I need some new dick. I bust shots, don't duck unless the shoes fit. Cookie can't make me the goat. Cookie can't come with the throat. Puff, puff, pass. No, you do not want to smoke. Bitches be sleeping on me, but be claiming they woke. Fuck up a check on my body, then let them look on my body out in Abu Dhabi. You see me shining, you pissed. I think my haters just really be wanting a kiss. They know I body you, sis. Old nigga hit me and I said, new body, who this? Old nigga hit me and I said,
Can't wait to see nobody. Don't be acting like you don't know nobody. Nobody count on your nobody. I'll be the first one that you nobody. Whoa.
Nobody, you been working hard. I've been on your IG page lurking, huh? New booby job, now they perfect. 6 weeks off, it was worth it. Baby got that damn talk, let me titty fuck. Hit it from the back, get my diss up. Put me on the scoreboard, make a new one. He said he hit before, now since you got your boobs done, you working on your abs, huh? You got your ass done, you better show it off, you better work it. Why they body shaming, baby, I commend it. Dr. Wabami, I recommend it.
Can't wait to see nobody. Don't be acting like you don't know nobody. Nobody count on your nobody. I'll be the first one that you nobody. Whoa.